this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for new moon guidance for you guys. So we did just have a new moon a couple days ago, and we are still in the new moon phase, and I felt inspired today to bring this reading to you guys because this new moon, I feel like, is the beginning of a new era. You've heard me talk about it a little bit on the channel, but we just went through what I call cosmic cluster F season because we had like so many planets retrograde. We had Venus, we had of course Mercury. There was so much going on, so many solar eclipses and lunar eclipses, and just like a lot of interesting energy. And I feel like now is a time where everyone is starting to get grounded and intention is starting to become more clear. No doubt we still have some world events floating around out there, but I'm noticing just in my clients, those of you who are doing coaching with me, those of you guys who are getting personal readings from me, like everyone seems to be like doing pretty well and like getting balanced and like coming through with like the little pearls of wisdom from this time. And so I'm just so proud of all of you guys. It's so awesome to be here with all of you on this journey, and I'm just excited to bring to you a little bit of advice for you or guidance for this new moon phase. So all you have to do is just choose a number or a crystal to get your message. But I do want to shout out that I am open for personal readings. I don't have as many people signed up right now, so I have same day readings available. If you want to get a rush and get your reading within 3 days, we can do that. If you would like to Skype with me or video chat, we can get you scheduled pretty soon. And I have just 2 more spots left for those of you guys who are interested in personal coaching. Okay, so you can email me if you have any questions about signing up for any of those. Otherwise, the information and the link to my website is down below. So you can choose number 1 to get your message, the rose quartz. Number 2, the amethyst crystal. Or number 3, the clear quartz. And once you have chosen, you could head down below to the comments or to the description where the timestamps are posted. And the cool thing is you can click on your timestamp and be instantly fast forwarded to your part in the message. If you choose number 1, we're gonna get started right away. So for those of you guys who chose number 1, I have some guidance for you for the new moon. Let's reveal what your cards are. So you are getting Riding the Cosmic Wave, and Devotion to the Small. So here is the message that I'm getting from this Riding the Cosmic Wave card. This is a message about how unseen forces and unseen, just like the things that are happening behind the scenes, little strings that your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, your higher self, or your deity is pulling for you. All those little strings are really starting to be pulled and tugged right now. And so everything in your life may not exactly be what it appears. You are definitely in a state of transition. You're neither here nor there. So it can feel like a very uncertain time. In my Wildwood deck, of course I'm going to mention my Wildwood deck even though I'm not even using it today. In my Wildwood deck I have this card that is literally called the Transition card, and it is a picture of this person who is on a boat. And I feel like that is just the perfect example of a transition state in your life or an uncertain time, because you're not on the land, you're in the water. You might roughly know where you're heading or where you're steering the ship, but you're just not there yet. And that's the message here about Riding the Cosmic Wave, is that you are not exactly there yet. You haven't manifested some of the things that you're asking for right now, and you might not even know exactly where your boat is headed right now. So you're in like a place where there's just so much that's uncertain. You know, I've been talking to some people lately doing talents and gifts readings People are, some people are wanting to know, like, what am I going to be doing? What is my job going to be? And stuff like that. And for some people, they're at a state where that information just really isn't being revealed yet. So I've been talking to some of you guys, like in personal readings, specifically my talents and gifts readings, and some of you guys are wondering, like, what am I gonna do? What is my future job? And all that kind of stuff. And for some people, the information pops right up, but for others, it's like you're just not there yet. That information doesn't want to be revealed yet, or it's not, you'll get a couple pieces, but it's not like you're really supposed to know yet. And I look back until when I was in my early 20s and I wanted to know so badly, like, what I was gonna do with my life. And I just had like a couple hints, a couple things I like to do, and that was pretty much all I had to go off of. And now I'm not really doing anything that I was doing back then at that time, but I look back and see now how all of those little choices I made and all the interests and hobbies I had kind of guided me in the direction of where I am now. And I'm sure that these interests and hobbies and things I'm doing now will guide me forward towards what I'm supposed to be doing in the future. You can really only go off of what you know in the moment, and that's what this card right here is all about. It's like the universe is coming in and pushing you somewhere absolutely amazing. Somewhere that you would have never imagined. It's like your manifestations are coming through, but in a way that you do not expect. This happens a lot. Oftentimes when you manifest something, you get what you wanted and then so much more, or you get it in a different way. It's like me, when I manifested travel, I thought I was only going to travel for like maybe 6 months, and here I am 2 years later, living life as a traveler, living as a digital nomad. And like, that's actually what I really wanted, but I was almost like, oh, that could never happen, or that's not possible. And so maybe I'll just like leave for a couple months, but I ended up manifesting what I wanted and then so much more. And I think that's what this is saying. Everything around you might appear as if it's falling apart or crumbling, or it's like just doesn't make sense, but you're being pushed by a huge wave, like a big wave is coming, and you're gonna catch it, and it's gonna be incredible. And so right now there's really nothing left to do. Like, if you've already started something, then keep the momentum going and stay consistent, of course. But you might be looking around thinking, like, what can I do? Because sometimes we just want this sense of control in our life. And I'm getting this message for you that there's nothing left to control. Like, everything is done. Your manifestations are coming through. Keep the momentum going, or stay consistent with the things you've already committed to. But for the most part, your guidance here is stay devoted to the small. This is about the little things. So when I'm facing an uncertain time where I feel like I'm kind of waiting for something, or I'm getting that guidance to like wait for the cosmic wave, I'll turn my attention to self-care. This is what I recommend for you is, have you been running yourself ragged? Have you been feeling stressed? Maybe it's time to take some naps, listen to some uplifting music, read some books that you like, and honestly, just chill. If it's been a while since you've cleaned your house or your apartment, if you've been putting certain little things off, stay devoted to the small things and keep on keeping on. Stay consistent with your momentum on whatever project it is you've been working on. This is not a time to give up. This is not a time to slow down. Rest if you need to rest. Relax if you need to relax. Take very good care of yourself, body, mind, and spirit, and just stay devoted to the small things right now, because things are not what they appear to be. Don't go jumping to conclusions in your mind about things going wrong or the things that you want not manifesting. Everything is working out in a beautiful way. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's go ahead and get your message. So your message is the card Dream a Little. So dream a little. Now, I am getting this feeling for you that you still have some time to set your intentions for this new moon. And if for some reason you're watching this a little bit after the new moon, just go for it. It is time to set your intentions. If you have never set intentions before, it's as simple as just writing what you want down on a piece of paper. I have a playlist here on my YouTube that's free, and it's called Manifest with Me. And that series is designed to teach you how to manifest with the moon cycle. So you can just start the series on the day of the new moon or around the new moon and just watch a video like pretty much every day, and it'll guide you through a whole moon cycle on how to manifest with the moon. And the last video in this series is actually like a little cheat sheet. So if you just want to watch that video, it'll tell you the bullet points on how to do it. But regardless, if you want to get all pro at manifesting or not, sometimes it really is as simple as just writing what you'd want down on a piece of paper. What's going on in our mind is most of the time we are worrying about things and trying to predict and control outcomes, and there's so much going on in our brain all the time. And then sometimes we have these little moments of realization or light bulb moments of like, oh, this is what I want, or it would be really cool if this happened, or if I could just do this, that would be really great, or I'd love to manifest this thing, or I'd love to have this type of experience. But then 5 minutes later, we're having a conversation with someone, or we're freaking out about something, and those thoughts just kind of disappear. So getting everything you want and desire and would like to experience or create onto a piece of paper is very, very valuable. Because once you have it all written down in one space, there's something very, very beautiful and magical about just having it down. Sometimes you realize that what you want to create or what you want is actually a lot more simple than you'd think. Automatically, your intuition will start giving you little baby steps or little ideas on how it is you can create what it is you want to create. So sometimes we overcomplicate, we overanalyze, and we overthink like way in the future, like all the steps of what it is we want to manifest, and we stop because we think we don't have enough time, or we don't have enough energy, or we don't have enough resources, or we don't have enough support, or we don't have enough money or something. But when you can get everything written out, the little baby steps will become evident to you, like all the little things you need to do to get the support, or to get the energy, or to make space, or to help relieve the stress so that you can take the next step. Like all of that kind of stuff can reveal itself to you, and also through a vision board. This is why you're getting the Dream a Little card, because it's telling you, remember when you were a child, you didn't think like, oh, there's no way I can be a ballerina because I'd have to go to an elite ballerina school and it would cost so much money and I'd have to travel all the way to New York and I'd have to... When you're a little kid, you just think like, I'm gonna be a ballerina, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put on my tutu and I'm gonna dance around right now, and I'm gonna do that. And so there's a message for you about allowing yourself to dream a little. Sometimes the biggest paths start with the tiniest little actions. So what tiny little action can you do today to start the path? Like, allow yourself to dream without squashing those dreams. I remember years ago when I was gonna start this YouTube channel, like telling like a friend of mine that I was going to start this channel, and them telling me, like, they were like nice, but they were also like, well, you know, did you think about how oversaturated YouTube is and how hard it is to like get big on YouTube, and like, is that really gonna make you money, and is that really gonna be worth it? And like, I remember telling them like, I don't really care about that, I just want to have fun. And ironically, here I am years later making a very good living for myself off of YouTube, and I don't even have like 1 million subscribers or anything. It's not about that, it's about me, it's about my dreams, it's about having fun, it's about chilling with you guys, it's about giving myself something to do when I wake up every day that I enjoy. And so, you know, maybe the reason that you have stopped dreaming is because there's been people in your life that, because of their own fears, they're projecting stuff onto you, and because they don't allow themselves to dream, they've like kind of told you or taught you you shouldn't dream. Sometimes those people can be friends or relatives or your teachers or superiors in life. And so Allow yourself to dream. When you were a child, nothing stopped you from dreaming. Like, you just did it. It's your natural state. Realize that dreaming is your natural state because you're a creator. You're here to create. You can create things in this life. Like, how awesome and magical is it to be in this body and to be able to create things? And all creations start with an idea in your mind. All creations start in your dreams. So if you can't dream, you can't create. If you're looking around, you're not liking the life that you're living or what you're manifesting, let yourself dream. And that could be the block, is that you're not allowing yourself to dream. So your message for this new moon is to allow yourself to dream a little, whether it's through literally making some time to daydream without judging yourself, or writing in your journal, or making a list of your manifestations, or creating a vision board. And if you're interested in how to create a vision board, just here on YouTube, type in Rainbow Harmony, how to make a vision board. And I have 2 tutorials I posted on how to make a vision board. So get to it, allow yourself to dream, and you never know what you could think of that could change your life. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Okay, so for those of you guys who choose number 3, let's go ahead and see what your cards are. And spoiler alert, I have already peeked at your cards and I'm really excited to get you this message. So it's so weird. The first card you got is the Contemplation card reversed. So it says contemplation on it and it looks like this, but we got it reversed. And then the next card we got is the choice. So if you put these 2 cards and even these 2 words together, contemplation reversed and then the choice, to me this is a really direct message. It's telling you, you have spent enough time thinking and researching and asking opinions and meditating on it and planning it and making outlines for it or whatever. You spent enough time contemplating. It is time to make the choice. Now, what is this choice? I would tell you, but there's a lot of people who are here watching this reading, and I feel like this choice is going to be really personal to each person. So it could be anything from, should I stay or should I go? That's kind of what I'm feeling for a lot of you guys actually, is should I stay in this job or should I leave it? Should I stay in this relationship or should I leave it? Should I stay in this situation or leave it? Should I stay in this apartment or leave it? Should I stay in this town or in this country or leave it? And so a lot of you guys are in a should I stay or should I go situation, but it could be something else, honestly. You'll know in your mind and in your heart when you're watching this exactly what this choice is or what this thing is that you've been contemplating. And the message is to tell you, like, right now, just bam, go with your gut instinct. There isn't necessarily such thing as a good choice or bad choice. Most of the time, if you make this choice with your best interest at heart, then the universe is going to bless it. If this is something that's kind to yourself, then the universe is going to bless it. Sometimes we're worried about how our choices will affect other people. And I know that that's really hard, but it's impossible to walk through this life without hurting people unintentionally. Sometimes the choices you make will hurt other people or will affect other people, regardless of if that is your intention or not. And that's some of the, I don't know, for me, it's some of the hardest things I've been through, is where I've had to make choices that I knew were going to hurt other people, but were going to be the best thing for me. So sometimes in this life, you have to learn to choose yourself first, or to make the hard choices. Maybe this choice involves a lot of hard work for you, and that might be why you're avoiding making the choice. Or maybe you're getting stuck on, what if I choose wrong and waste my time? But once again, whatever you choose, you're not going to waste your time. It's going to build your character. All paths lead to your truth. All paths lead to your truth. Especially if this is a career decision. I've done so many different things with my career, you guys. I did swim teaching, and I taught children how to swim, and I did lifeguarding and water aerobics teaching and personal training and working in a gym, and like I did that path. And I also did fashion writing, music writing, magazine editing, fashion styling, makeup artist work, even tried a little bit of hairstylist stuff randomly, tarot, life coaching, and even more, jewelry designing, business owning. I've done a lot on my path, and I probably will do so much more. And a lot of those things I gave up after a short amount of time. Some of the things I gave as much as 10 years to. And some of them became a huge part of my identity. But if it's time for you to let go of something and embrace something new, your heart will tell you. You don't have to choose just one thing in life. And if you keep choosing things and changing your mind, that's okay. It's all part of the discovery process. It's all part of the exploration process. And if you really are having a hard time sticking through with things, or you're quitting right when things get tough, that'll be brought to your attention, and you'll push through that, and you'll stay consistent with something eventually. These are some messages for you about just making a choice. Even if it's not career related, it is time. So make your choice and do not look back. I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out.